Guys, Illumination's making a Super Mario animated movie. Some of us are excited, some of us are on the fence, but, well, I got a hot take for you. Buckle up.
You have a wide head.
I do. It goes wider up top. Let's keep this train going because I want to talk about another movie that's coming down the pike. So Illumination, that's the company behind Despicable Me, Minions, Secret Life of Pets. Yeah. You're familiar. They are working with Nintendo to make an animated Super Mario movie. Okay. There's a projected release date of 2020. Let's throw that out there. That's not, there's no confirmation there, but this is Nintendo saying, okay, we're going to work together and we're going to bring this to life. And a lot of fans out there were like, yes, that's awesome. You're going to make an animated Super Mario movie. You should, because it's an animated property. It's already a video game. We had our Super Mario movie, which, you know what? Praise for what it is. It's super weird.
If you just go at it as Blade Runner for kids, it's amazing. I love that movie.
Yeah, what a weird kind of true way to describe that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie, man. I'm not even playing. I like that movie a lot.
And also, man, maybe this movie will pay off that Daisy sequel bait at the end.
Yeah, I know, right?
Daisy shows up.
It doesn't need to.
No, it doesn't.
This movie, I think it's smart that they're going the animated route. I think that especially as you know, those games have moved into the 3D world and the cut sequences they have. Oh, yeah. Like, people already have kind of an image in their brain about that. So you put a little bit more money and time into that. I think that's good. I think the challenges they're going to run to is, like, you got to cast a voice for Mario. You know, and
there is a voice actor. He's an American voice actor. Yeah. And do you want to stick with Mario's voice?
I think that would be very grating after to, like, maybe get the same voice actor, but not that specific voice.
Maybe he's a mute character and Luigi's the one that talks.
No, I think you have Mario talk. I think you get like I think Bob Hoskins was actually perfect for it. You get whatever the present day equivalent of Bob Hoskins is.
Mm-hmm. That's tough.
And you know what you've done? There was a Mario cartoon back in the day in the 80s where Mario talked and whatever. And honestly, I think you could do the original premise of the movie, just not have it be as dark and scary. have Mario be a plumber, get sucked into a pipe, ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom, but it's like the video game Mushroom Kingdom, not like goopy apocalypse Mushroom Kingdom. You know what I mean?
Like Page Master, like that Malcolm, Macaulay Culkin, Macaulay Culkin, that Bookmaster, Page Master. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about.
He gets sucked into the books and he teams up with genres.
You can even just cut to the chase. Like, as a fan, I'd like to see them maybe start with like an homage to Mario getting started as Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. So maybe the first act is dealing with Donkey Kong, and then we get into Bowser.
Well, here's the problem.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Here's the problem. But no. See, these are fun ideas, but I think it points out a lot of fundamental problems with the idea of even making a Super Mario movie. No doubt about it, Mario is one of the biggest IPs, period, just ever. And he has had so many different iterations of him that there's plenty of ways that Illumination could adapt that character for the big screen. And small screen, whatever you want to do. They did have a TV show. There was live action, animation. There's a lot of fun stuff there. They went and met Mark Twain at one point, or Huck Finn, one of them. I'm not really sure. But there's a lot of, I think, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I don't think this Mario movie is actually going to be for us. Shockingly, this children's animated video game property is not going to be for us, and I think there are people out there that are not going to be okay with that, and I want to address them specifically because
Sam's got a message for you.
When it comes to these properties that we love since we were children, we can still appreciate it as we're adults. Yeah. When other people get the reins to this or try to adapt it in a way that they see to be the best way to get a new audience, people throw hissy fits, and this is not going to stop. Or they're going to raise genuine criticisms as well, but for the most part, they do it in the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to this, that's still going to happen regardless of what I'm going to say right now. Mm-hmm. So, but it's just mainly think about this in a new fun way where I'm just trying to change your mind and possibly stop you from tweeting something that you shouldn't. So let's open it up. There's 3 reasons why I think Super Mario is just going to be a kid's movie for kids, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because one, this is coming from Illumination, and Illumination, while they do make children's movies, they're not doing the Pixar formula. They're not doing even the Warner Brothers Animation, who make the Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie.
Those are really good movies.
They are very good movies, but they're not doing the same formula where they're kind of taking adult humor, skewed and or watered down just enough that kids can keep up with it, but it's also making adults feel interested and engaged in the story, and they actually don't know where the plot's going to go.
Yeah.
Illumination, while they can have twists and turns and everything, they're more making animated films, children's animated films for children. And there's nothing wrong with that, But for me, and a good majority of older audiences, that's not quite enough to go get them to go get butts in seats. That does not. But I did go ahead and pull the box office mojo for Illumination animated movies. The Secret Life of Pets, 368 million gross in theaters. Despicable Me 2, 368 as well. 336 for Minions. Sing made 270 million.
So you're saying they're making their money?
They're making really smart decisions that don't have to deal with us in any way. They're aimed at children, and they entertain children in ways that Pixar movies did for us.
And you know what?
Growing up.
You're making a good point, because the idea that those movies are making money, here's one where if you're the adult being dragged along, you used to get to go, well, at least it's Mario.
At least it's Mario.
You know what I mean?
And also, that brings me to my second point. Mario is a children's game, and that's not surprising to anybody, but it's just like, these are some thoughts to bring about.
Because everybody I know that plays it is 30.
Oh, actually, that's really interesting to bring up as well, because I did pull some stats that when it came to Switch purchasers, the Nintendo Switch purchasers, the large majority, 46% of those people were 25 to 36. Now,
But how many people are those buying it for their families?
Exactly. That's a good point to bring up. But also, knowing the people we know and knowing the generation that grew up with Nintendo, the Switch seemed like the perfect console. And let's be honest, it is. It's an amazing console. And also, Super Mario Odyssey was a perfect game. But, and I did want to bring up as well, and a majority of those people are male too. So that's why I wanted to bring up this video, because usually those are the people who are tweeting the nasty things to creators out there. But also, let's be honest here. It is a children's property. It's a very simplistic game, and also that might help the storytelling. But no, this is aimed for kids to kind of have like an engaging storytelling. You're seeing vibrant worlds, but there's not too much logic to it. Really, there's no character development when it comes to these people. Like there's no distinct personalities. There's only shapes and colors, and maybe different powers.
And amazing gameplay.
Yeah,
so look forward to watching somebody else play a Mario game.
Yeah, basically you're going to get a lot of cutscenes. And also, this kind of comes to my third point as well, which is Mario isn't a character. And if you want to look at the RPG for maybe he has a few more, like the Mario RPG that everyone loves.
Paper Mario.
Or
those
Paper
were some
Mario.
RPGs as well.
Yeah, but there isn't a character there. There's just a drive. While there are characters that do appear in those games, like I'll even point out, like thank you for bringing up Super Paper Mario, because in the GameCube adaptation, The 1,000-Year Door, they actually created a very compelling storyline for Peach, where she's trying to escape Bowser, or escape. Actually, I don't remember if that's Bowser or not, but she's trying to escape, and she talks to like a HAL type robot, and HAL surrogate has an actual, like, he kind of secretly falls in love with Peach. Never says anything.
Everybody does.
Hey, how could you not? But he actually kind of like sacrifices himself to be that to help Peach. Yeah, if you can find a copy of that game, sorry about that. But I'm just. I have some problems when it comes to adapting a Mario game, and I'm not the only person. This is the most important part. The head of Illumination, Chris Meledandri. I said that earlier. Chris Meledandri. Thank you. I practiced earlier and I messed it up. Here's a quote from him regarding the Mario movie. It's an ambitious task. The challenge is What am I doing? The challenge is taking things that are so thin in their original form and finding depth that doesn't compromise what generations of fans love about Mario, but also feel organic to the iconography and can support a 3-act structure. And while he even points out, and he also said flat, so shout out to Paper Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's a Paper Mario movie.
He gave us hints, guys. Is it too much? Everything you say is right. Is it too much to hope for a Pixar level, Lego movie level type of storytelling that is for kids? The Lego movie is for kids, Pixar is for kids, and it's not just the humor, but there's a depth to it that is engaging.
Of course you can, because also bringing up Lego movie, that's a perfect example. That's a perfect rebuttal to this, because when you heard Lego movie being announced, you're like,
oh, I immediately was like, no, throw that in the trash.
Yeah, that's not for me. But then we saw it and you heard word of mouth, you're like, hold on, it's Phil Lord and Chris Miller. This is actually... This is good stuff. This is like, you should actually trust this, because they were able to create this like vibrant world where these characters that should have been nothing. We care about them, and we're actually invested and started watching the other Lego movies as well. Lego Movie 2 is coming out. Guess what I'm doing? I'm watching that opening night. It's gonna be incredible. I can't wait for it. Lego Batman, incredible. That's a little easier because he had some characters that you could play with.
Batman,
but also rebuttal to that is that the Lego movie is a total open sandbox where you could create whatever character you want.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to the Mario games, you did bring up a good point earlier where there are so many different iterations when it comes to the live action character or the TV show that was in the 80s. There are ways to adapt the character and kind of change them, kind of pivot them just a little bit. And you can adapt the story of rescuing Peach, but also that could raise some other questions as well. I think this is a very interesting undertaking that if they got, I think the best way to go about this is doing the comedic route, like the Lego movie, which it's a children's story, so you should do that as well.
Maybe more Lego movie than Angry Bird movie.
Than Angry Bird movie, which, hey, movie, I did watch it when I was pretty sick. So in fever mode, I was like, this movie's not that bad.
Here's what I'm hearing out of this. I'm hearing that Sonic the Hedgehog is a better character than Mario because he actually has a personality and an arc and had a really cool series and a successful comic run. Yeah. That's just all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. Is that Sonic's a better character than Mario.
I mean, you definitely heard that. That was you hearing that, but you are 100% correct. And I think the main reason why I wanted to bring this up is that when you start getting announcements about Mario, Nintendo fans should just take it with a grain of salt and also think about that this is not just for you, it's for a group of people, and mainly this is always going to be aimed at young audiences, and Nintendo will always label that as family friendly to try to cast a wide net, but this is for children. And I think this should be a fun generational movie where we can appreciate what they're trying to do for us, but also let's see how excited the younger generations get about these characters being on the big screen.
I know ever since the original Mario movie, Nintendo's been very gun-shy about making movies understandably.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that because of the time and energy they've spent in this, they're making a partnership that allows for a movie that is as well crafted and as intentful as Nintendo makes its games.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because you don't need a narrative for the Mario games. You need the gameplay to be great, and you need to have fun worlds and all that stuff, but their intent they put into Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda, Smash Brothers, all that stuff. I hope they're able to make movies with creators that have that same dedication to making quality movies.
Exactly, that's a great way to put it. And I think that Illumination can make those movies, but maybe just not aimed for us.
Yeah. And also, Star Fox animated series, please and thank you.
I wouldn't mind a cinematic movie. I would be on board with that as well. But
just Star Fox is cool, and then we could all build to that Super Smash Brothers crossover.
Also, Nintendo Cinematic Universe would probably make me cry. So how bad do you want that? And also, you know what? Disagree with me? Agree with me? Either way, we're having a conversation in the comments down below. So let me know.
All right, let us know in the comments down below whether you're excited for the Mario movie, what you would like to see, and whether you think
I'm wrong.
Just be for kids. Yeah, it should just be for kids or not, or whatever you think. Tune in Thursdays to watch Super TV Showdown live. Tune in Wednesdays to watch this show live.
That's all at twitch.tv/PlayNoggin.
For all that more, you can go to onlystupidanswers.com, but you can also go to patreon.com/onlystupidanswers for exclusive content like bloopers, where Sam did that intro 5 times.
Oh yeah, you guys missed out. It was a mess. Like literally, it's like I blew my nose open mouth. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.